My personal goal this year as Community Service Coordinator was to redefine how we approach dedicated service in the high school here at SSIS. I wanted to see the current program evolve from merely an hour-counting activity to a quality program that focuses on connecting learning to life, creating a more dynamic program that is focused on real, purposeful action. I want service to be more meaningful for students, using reflection to connect their service and learning. In order to do this, I relied heavily on the use of technology to help redefine our current system. Since I don't have a regular scheduled meeting time with the students, it was important that I create a way to support them with the information they need to be successful in reaching their community service expectations. My ultimate goal was to ensure that students receive personalized help, meeting all of the students' needs and really differentiating the process for each of our high school students. There are several steps that students need to take in the process of completing their service work, and there are also several tech tools they used along the way. In order to ensure that students understood how to accomplish each of these steps, I created a set of tutorials to help walk them through the process. Here are a list of tools that I used throughout this process. I used them for organization, for creating tutorials, and for making this video. I created a dedicated CAS blog so that I can share tips, tricks, and achievements related to CAS with the world. I also encourage students to create their own blogs or something similar to share their personal accomplishments. Those blogs are also linked to the central CAS blog so that they can have easy access and gain inspiration from each other. Where you'll find their reflections. These are some links to some of our service activities. These are their websites, their blogs. Along with one of my colleagues, we also created a blog that is dedicated to service learning. This is how we hope to share information and inspire other teachers to use the service learning process to engage their students in learning with a purpose. And any teacher that is interested in learning more about service learning and what it looks like in the classroom. Another important element to the success of the program is communication and organization. To achieve this goal, I created one place for students to find all of the necessary tutorials, documents, sample forms, and answers to FAQs. It's a one-stop place for information. And links to the presentation that I gave to them to introduce the program. There's a Getting Started tutorial. There's also a tutorial on how to fill in their logs. There's also links to the student guide with sample forms, a timeline for getting things completed. In order to keep up with the various steps in completing their service projects, it was important to have a good organizational system. The use of Google Docs for creating portfolios, with a little help from Doctopus, has been key to staying organized. A key part of the service learning experience is ongoing guided reflection. Reflection is where students make the connection with the action they are taking and their own learning so that it becomes more than just an experience. More often than not, reflection happens by putting pen to paper. However, there are many powerful ways to reflect. With the use of technology, I've been able to differentiate the process for each individual while also fostering reflective thinking. Let's hear what a few of the students have to say about what they've learned through service learning and the reflective process.
So one of the things that I learned through the tutoring was that sharing is caring.
The thing inspired me the most was my interest. I was especially interested in journalism and Agent Orange. So that's why I joined the Smile Bank, which helps victims of Agent Orange.
I think that I became a more well-rounded student and become more active and dedicated to different activities.
So I've done a range of activities, and sometimes I take photos and I look at the photos and I have memories and everything. Sometimes I do videos as well. So video is more complex than writing, and making videos are fun. So sometimes I make videos to reflect my activities, and I have a CAS blog where I write about all my activities and my experiences. And writing is a really nice it is a nice thing to do, to write, because it helps to relieve your emotions, help you to express.
Yeah. During service, you can never be selfless. You also benefit from your service. Even though you don't intend to, you always feel much better about yourself. You also grow as an individual, you know.
Projects, but after I went to the orphanage and actually interacted with these kids, was the story that they had that truly inspired me to actually keep going, to just like attend more, have more service projects and stuff. Yeah.
Service, how could I be like that? It's meaningful to be able to have a purpose, to exist with the knowledge that someone needs you, someone wants you, and I think that is something that's worth working for.
It's something that you can't experience in an everyday school life. It's something that you have to go out your way in order, as you said, work hard,
challenge yourself,
and to experience those things.
Source of inspiration, if you want the short answer, I care. 2 words. If you want the long answer, let me talk to you about Confucius.
But then I found that in every activities that I do, the more you throw yourself into it, the more you grow, and the more you learn about yourself. So I just thought that fear is in the beginning of everything. But then to overcome your fears, you just go for it. It's gonna help you grow and be a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
To me, it's one of the things that I keep constantly in mind to enrich myself in knowledge, and then to share that knowledge with other people, because knowledge can bring you so many places. Not only it doesn't have you're not isolated in just one area. You could, if you have knowledge, you could actually help people in another country, not only in school, but then maybe plan bigger projects, teach children so that they could have better lives in the future.
Refrain from actually visiting them, and then upon the CAS program, I realized that wasn't really true service, and true service was really you yourself. Even if you don't raise money at all, you have to go show them that you care, or maybe just have fun with them, like treat them well, just show them that you're just here to interact. And then that's why I joined the Long Ball Orphanage, because it's actually going, rather than staying in school and indirectly helping. And I think that improved, my introvertness. Like, it made me more extrovert in this service projects, because when I first went.
One thing that I learned is that there are an innumerable amount of people out there that are ready and willing to collaborate. Along this journey, I've connected with some inspiring educators, and I'm excited about future possibilities for collaboration. The one aspect of this project that I feel reached redefinition was the reflective process. Technology opens up a myriad of opportunities to get creative with reflection. What has probably been the greatest sense of accomplishment throughout this project is the student reflections. Over and over, I was impressed and amazed by my students' dedication and commitment to their projects. Each time I sat down with a student to capture video, I found myself smiling at the thoughtfulness of the reflections and the learning shine through.